Looks like we are going to try it here, coming off turn 4. Here we go. Dylan Cece jumps out to the early advantage over Oaks, but
75 isn't in this heat.
the yellow flies again. Super late model fans, yeah, you're going to get your fix here. And we are back to green. Once again, it's Dylan Cece jumping ahead of Oaks for the race lead. Now Bedell tries to open the door there on Oaks down the backstretch, and he'll get alongside as they work down into turns 3 and 4. And Bedell carries the speed through the bottom. Janko trying to follow him through now in a battle for the 3rd spot. And Janko says, see ya, as they go through turns 1 and 2. Working their way down into 3 and 4. Everybody chasing Dylan Cece with that number 18 Star Machine. Kyle Bedell in second. Janko holding off Oaks, who is looking for a comeback move on the inside of turns 1 and 2. Not quite able to find one as they'll jet back down here into turns 3 and 4. And holding on to a comfy lead of almost half a straightaway right now is Dylan Cece in that number 18 Star Machine. Spent so many years watching Dylan Cece run street stocks and super stocks in the central portion of the southern tier, and unfortunately for the number 20J, Doug Eck, he has an issue and his car winds up headed to pit road, so hopefully he'll be able to get that buttoned up and join for the feature event later on this evening. 5 complete, 3 to go for Dylan Cece, followed by Bedell in second, Janko 3rd, Oaks is 4th, Dormier is 5th, and the number 34, Kyle Weiser, rounds out the field here as we come to the 2 to go signal. So down through turns 3 and 4 comes the number 18 machine of Dylan Cece. And he will work his way around here off turn number 4 to grab the win in the first super late model heat race of the evening. Bedell will finish second. Janko is 3rd. Greg Oaks in for 4th. Bob Dormier will take the number 5 spot, followed by the 34 Kyle Weiser in for the 6th and final position. And that will bring us to our second super late. Right now, second heat super late models. Loud pedals down, boys. And it's Nick Eck taking the lead from the other Eck as they head down into turns 3 and 4. So it's Nick Eck, Doug Eck running 1 and 2. And then you've got the zero machine of Ryan Scott sitting back there in 3rd. Followed by Logan Jacquet in 4th, and now down to the inside. Move for 2nd with authority on the bottom there from Ryan Scott, as he takes over the runner-up position as the pack works back through turn 2 and down the backstretch. So Nick Eck leads, Ryan Scott is 2nd. Doug Eck now battling it out with Logan Jacquet for the 3rd and 4th positions, and then tucked right in behind them is Boozle, and then Bo Dobby a little distance back there with the number 75 machine. Inside lane opened up there by Dalton Jacquet, and the number 12 machine of Boozle tries to make him pay coming off turn number 4, but around the outside, Jacquet is able to carry the momentum and prevent the pass on the inside, and now he starts to draw in a little bit on Doug Eck as they race for the 3rd and 4th positions with 5 laps down and 3 to go. Trouble for Logan Jacquet with the 1 star. Something broke on the car, and he will come to a stop down here on the inside of the front stretch to bring the caution flag back out over the field. And here we go. Ryan Scott going for it here coming off turn number 2. Thought he might be able to slide down to the inside there and get the run on Nick Eck. Eck gives him a little bit of room, but not much coming off turn 4 with 2 laps left to go. It's on at the front of the field. Ryan Scott trying to use the inside. Meanwhile, Nick Eck is using the outside. And right now, speed on the outside is better than shorter distance around on the bottom. And Eck will solidly hang on to the lead by a car length here as the white flag waves again. Ryan Scott tries for the inside job over there in turns 1 and 2. Nick will bring it here through turns 3 and 4. One more run for Ryan Scott. It will not be enough. It'll be Nick Eck getting the win. Ryan Scott second. Doug Eck in for third. Boozle fourth. And Bo Dobby fifth. One machine. They go off turn number 4. Green flag in the air. We are underway with our first heat race of the evening, and things do not get off to a good start for Cody Rickard. Somebody cue up that old Farron Young song, Hello Walls. He just found it on the front stretch, and I think it collapsed the right front suspension. So no laps yet complete here in this first Rush Pro Mod heat. So take 2. Click. Everybody cleanly off turns 1 and 2. Good battle for the lead here as they head down the backstretch. Holmes will take it off the outside lane. Brewer's going to look down to the inside of Arnold for second. The door is still open. Root trying to come through into the number 3 spot here at the end of lap number 1. Woodward and Wilson looking for some racing room here at the back of the bus. Meanwhile, Brewer and Holmes, couple of veteran drivers, battle it out here at the front of the field, and they've gapped out by a few car lengths over this wholesale fight for the number 3 spot. The Wilcox machine coming in there trying to make it 3 wide in turn 1, couldn't quite do it, but on the inside doing it and moving into the number 3 spot will be that number 12 machine of Tom Root. And Wilcox says, squeeze me, buddy. Slid to the inside, bopped the left front corner of Arnold, then Arnold bopped it off the wall, falls to the tail of the field behind John Woodward in the number 18 machine as we come to the halfway point here in our first heat race of the evening. 4 laps down, 4 laps left to go. The battle for the lead continues with the aid of Holmes holding on to about a 2-car length advantage down the backstretch. He opened up a good little gap with that nice run off turn number 2 as we complete lap number 5. Battle on for the number 3 spot here is the Wilcox machine. Tries to bump down to the inside of the number 12 of Root. Root gaps out by about a car length as they'll make their way around turns 3 and 4. Meanwhile, our leaders coming to the 2 to go signal, this time by Brewer. Thought he had daylight in turns 1 and 2, had to check up. Meanwhile, the Wilcox 1V does find the daylight needed to make the pass and get up ahead of Tom Root and go up into the number 3 spot as the white flag will wave this time. So final lap underway here in the first of our Rush Pro Mod heat races for the evening. Now Brewer looks like he's going to have to settle for the 2 spot here as Bill Holmes will cross the line with a 2-car length victory. The Wilcox 1V followed by Root, and the 18 of Woodward will round out the top 5, and then the number 6 spot will go to the Arnold number 78. So Tony Van Pelt ready to wave the green silk as they hit the start zone. And we are underway in our second Pro Mod heat race of the evening. Tyler Oakes will go to the outside of Ian in the 66. Leading down the backstretch, Tom Kemp drops into third and gets a face full of dirt there. Chamberlain, little out of shape, gathers it back up, but that will allow Canfield and Zane Harvey to go and scoot their way by. Now Kemp goes wide in turn number 2 in a battle for third. Canfield will work his way off the bottom of the backstretch. That's actually the preferred line to stay tight to the inside. Coming off turn 2 and down the backstretch here at Freedom. The race lead is held by Tyler Oakes by about 4 or 5 car lengths right now over Ian in the number 2 spot, followed by Canfield and Harvey. They're setting up to battle here for the 3rd spot. Harvey will work his way down to the bottom here off turn number 4, and that 3rd spot will be his as he pulls the slider going through turns 1 and 2. Canfield got out and some of the loose stuff a little bit wide, drops back. Meanwhile, Kemp and Chamberlain are doing some side-by-side racing of their own, kind of getting the feel for these cars here a little bit further back in the field. So we've gotten the halfway signal, and now a battle for the number 2 spot going into turn 3. Harvey will slip down to the inside of Ian and bag that position here with 3 laps left to go here in this second Pro Mod heat race. So Harvey now trying to chase down your leader. Meanwhile, Canfield trying to make up some of that lost track position Trying to work down to the inside. Oh boy, Ian got it super duper sideways. Made a nice save out of the deal. Canfield will try to escape around him on the outside going into turns 1 and 2. He's going to have to try to pull the power move here and get down to the bottom in turn 3. Does it beautifully. Meanwhile, the white flag waves, and oh yeah, we got a pair of 22s that are battling it out for a race win in turns 1 and 2. Zane Harvey to the inside of Tyler Oaks as they come down into turns 3 and 4, and Harvey shoots the duck on the bottom, and he's going to grab it on the last lap. Booyah! Harvey finishes second, Canfield third, Ian finishes fourth, Chamberlain in for fifth, followed by Kemp in sixth. Okay, second race of the season, and we've already had a photo finish. I'm feeling good. How about you? In the number 31, we'll fill in the other cars here as we get the green flag. We have Tim Schramm out there in the 1S, and I believe we also have, as they come around here off turns 3 and 4 with a battle for the lead. That is the number 2 machine. That'll be Garrett Miller that is completing the field. So coming off turn number 2, the lead is going to be held by Austin. And I believe these might be team cars here. Hemphill and the 131 of Watson, both carrying the similar style numbers. The Watson's Body Shop on their machines. Meanwhile, Miller runs in fourth, pressured a little bit by Schramm with the number 1S. So we come off turn number 4, click out the next lap, and the lead continues to be held by that Derek Austin, number 15, as they go single file through turns 1 and 2. And we get ready to close in here on the halfway point. Third and final Pro Mod heat race of the evening now with 4 down and 4 to go, and the Watson's Body Shop team cars getting ready to throw down here over the number 2 spot. Hemphill trying to tiptoe to the inside of Watson, going down into turn number 3, and Hemphill tried to get the car down to the inside. It kind of pinched up on him, and he had to let the throttle kind of burp before he could get back into it. So that's going to drop him back here, a car length or 2 behind Watson's 131. Schramm has been pedaling, trying to catch up there to the number 2 at Garrett Miller, and Miller maybe gives him a little help here, getting way wide off turn number 4, and that's going to allow Schramm to slide to the inside here with 2 to go. So Tim Schramm will move the 1S up into the 4th position as the white flag will wait for your race leader, Derek Austin. And Austin will bring it around here through turns 3 and 4 to the checkered flag. And he will win tonight's third and final heat race for the Rush Pro Mods. The 131 of Watson in for second. The 31 of Hemphill grabs third. Schramm will take fourth. Miller will finish in fifth. And the 59 of Sanders finishes in the number 6. Number 61 outside row number 3. So here we go. Rush stock cars and a little full fender frenzy coming down and getting the green flag. And they'll charge up into turns 1 and 2. Raiden Wilson will grab the advantage over Cameron in the number 2 position as they work their way down into turn number 3. The 22B machine moving up quite nicely. Or the 22C machine, I should say, and that will be the Cole Strickland entry. So Strickland in third, Caden Michael sits in fourth, and Robinson is back in the number 5 spot. A little slow there on the opening lap for Rickard, but now he's starting to pick up the pace there as he has a little bit of a Bobby Allison throwback paint scheme. The 22, of course, that's an Earnhardt throwback paint scheme on that machine. And by Earnhardt, I mean Dale, as in Wrangler era Dale. Halfway through, Raiden Wilson continuing to hold the lead. Cameron trying to work the lead on the inside going into turn number 3. I believe that is Cameron Kramer, if I'm reading his handwriting correctly. With 2 laps left to go, the 22C of Strickland closing up. Oh, look out! Raiden Wilson going around The 854 Cameron at North. Caden Michael in third. And Robertson now gets passed by the 61 of Rickard. And Wilson's going to try to grab at least maybe a spot or two at the back of the field here. Try to improve starting position for the feature event later. White flag waves. So Cameron Kramer will come around here off turn number 4. Whoops, gets a little sideways, gets it straight, comes across, gets the checkered flag, picks up the win. Strickland second, Caden Michael third. Close at the line for fourth, Cody Rickard holding off a charging Braden Wilson. And then it was Jimmy Robertson completing the field. First to 2 into the start zone off turn number 4. We are green. As they head up into turn number 3, Rob Eaton with the number 82 will grab the advantage from Isidore as they carry down off turn number 4. Battle on for the number 2 spot. Here comes Josh Outman with the number 8, trying to nose there to the inside of the Isidore 15 off turn number 2. Ran into a little bit of an issue there, had to check up, so now everybody kind of spaced out a little bit around the racing surface here. But the lead continues to be held by Rob Eaton with the number 82. Pretty handsome lead at that. Going a little wide there off turn number 2 is Outman with the number 8. And he tucks it right tight to the inside hub here in 3-4, trying to get a run back at the Rick Isidore number 15. Meanwhile, the number 10 of Morgan Curry continues to hold on to the 4th position. So white flag is waving for Rob Eaton. He will head down there into turns 1 and 2. Isidore and Outman second and third. Still battling it out for second and third. A little bobble from Isidore there on the exit of turn 2. Eaton will get the win with the Eaton CNC machine. Isidore is going to hold off the number 8 of Outman for second, and it will be the number 10 of Morgan Curry finishing in spot number 4. So again, second heat of mini late models hits the start zone. Green flag waves. And Sherwood will have the early lead, and we managed to tangle up all 3 of them in turns 1 and 2. And we're off and running. Green flag. Okay, everybody hold your breath and exhale. We're good. They got through turns 1 and 2, and taking the lead with a nice move there on the inside was Isidore, sliding under Cosin to take the number 1 spot here at the end of lap number 1, followed by the 9S of Sherwood. That lead battle continues off turn number 2, and now working down to the bottom. Lankosin finds the low side, shoots the duck there through turns 3 and 4, and steals away the lead here with now 2 laps complete. So now let's see what the 00 of Jesse Isidore could do. And uh-oh, I think something done folded on the front end. Might be on the left front corner. Looks like that wheel's bent at an odd angle. So 2 cars here to race it out right down to the wire. That'll be the 113 of Cosin and Sherwood with the number 9S. And right now, Nick has the advantage. So we're getting ready to come to the cross flags here through turns 3 and 4. Nick driving that R&E sponsored entry. Right up there on the edge of the cushion, coming off turn number 2. Now 2 laps left to go. Sounds like Sherwood might be popping a few popcorn kernels there. Maybe burning a little bit rich and just popping some excess fuel. Coming around here off turn number 4, the checkers will wave, and it'll be Nick Olson picking up the victory in our second heat race for the Mini late models. They'll be back for their feature event a little bit later on this evening. All right, Eric Weiss is out there in the X. Thank you for the information. Much appreciated. First mini stock heat race underway. And as they come down here through turns 3 and 4, Mr. Wise and Raiden Wilson trade a little paint here at the front of the field. Whoa, look out, and Raiden bounces it up, and I think just wound up doing the 50-50 soul grind on top of the guardrail. Since we have a lap in the book, got it, green. Drag race down into turns 1 and 2. Mancuso on top, Harrison on the bottom. And Harrison will shoot through into the top spot here going into turn number 3. Mancuso will try to tiptoe back around on the outside, but leaves the inside lane open for Wise on the Triple X. Meanwhile, Maury a little distance back there with the number 48, actually about half a lap back from the leaders who are working their way into turn number 3 and about to come to the halfway signal. And it is still Harrison holding on to the top spot. Mancuso now being challenged by Wise going into turns 1 and 2. As they continue the race for the second and third spots, give it to Wise as he gets down there to the bottom. Forces Mancuso to have to try to go the long way around and throws a little block, and that's because Harrison has a mechanical issue here and will limp that car down into the infield right off the inside edge of the track, and I feel like we're playing Survivor, the mini stock game. So white flag will wave here for Eric Wise with the Triple X. Maury limping that car around here. Will come away with a third. Second will go to Mancuso. And the 1, and again, the Triple X of Eric Wise will be your race winner for our first mini stock heat race of the night. Second heat, getting ready to roll out on track here in a moment. We're down to the start zone, 6 laps the distance, and we are green. Game trying to hold the lead on the inside of Hoteling as they come off turn number 2, but Hoteling pulls about a car length, tries to get down to the bottom in turn number 3, but Gaten fills the hole once again, coming down off turn number 4. Hoteling right up by the wall, does a little hippie hop there along the edge of the front stretch, and that opens the door for Preston Cobb now to get to the inside with the 28C, kind of a throwback to the old Harry Gant Skull Bandit cars from back in the day. As he comes off turn number 4 now in possession of that number 2 spot, Gaten back in third. And in the battle of the Weatherlys, it is Ken in the 78 right now leading Bill aboard the number 73. And we're going to come to the cross flags here. So 3 laps down, 3 left to go. Hoteling continuing to hold on to the lead. Gets the 2 to go signal this time by, opening up the gap a little bit on Preston Cobb. Gates still holding on to third, and then Ken and Bill Weatherly respectively in spots 4 and 5. White flag will wave this time. Hotetailing will motor around here. Looks like it'll be about a 3-car length margin of victory for Hotetailing, as he will pick up the win in our final mini stock heat of the evening. Kyle finishes second. Yaten grabs third. And again, it'll be the Ken and Bill Weatherly cars finishing fourth and fifth. We are ready for a green flag here coming off turn 4. Oh, look at Chloe go. Talk about down and away. She's way away already, and Chase is having a problem, I think, trying to find a gear in that one. We'll complete lap 1, and I think, there we go. There we go. He got her going. So Chase finally getting that car going a little bit quicker here. Chloe holding on to the lead. Addie in second. Two laps left to go. Chloe trying to put a lap on Chase here. Oh, look out, Chase! Oh. I hope he didn't hit it too hard over there. White flag waving for Chloe, Addie, and Chase. This will be the final lap for them and the final heat race of the evening before we get ready to get into the feature event portion of our program here in a few minutes. So Chloe will take the win here.